In exasperation, have you ever said, "Why can't you just understand me?" Well, David and I certainly have said this to one another.
We've had more than our share of difficulties understanding each other in our years of marriage and parenting 5 children.
Fortunately, we discovered a book many years ago that really helped called Please Understand Me by David Kiersey and Marilyn Bates. There's a personal inventory that you take. It's not a test, just an inventory of personality traits that are our unique ways of being in the world. And this is a simplified version of a more extensive inventory called the Myers-Briggs that can be easily taken by anyone. We simply answered a set of questions, and each of us came up with a personality inventory of ourselves.
Gay Lynn's way of thinking and feeling, her aims and purposes, her values, her drives and impulses are different than mine, and that's good.
And if David doesn't want what I want, it's important that I not try to make him be wrong. He sees things differently than I do, and I need to embrace those differences. For example, I'm more outgoing or extroverted than David is.
She gets energized by being around people and is very social. Gay Lynn remembers people's names, little things about everyone's family. She loves to interact and have many friendships and relationships, and I'm quieter and more inwardly directed. Now, you knew that, didn't you?
And you like to be with people, David. But after a while, I can always tell when David's ready to go home. He gets re-energized by spending quiet time alone, reading and gardening or being with a few close friends, rather than in large gatherings for long periods of time. Now you can see how this could result in a big disagreement if we're at a large gathering and I'm just getting started when David's ready to leave. So you have to compromise. It's very important that I understand and not take it personally, that David needs his quiet times in his thoughts and in his surroundings.
Of course, both of us need to have quiet time and social time, but our preferences for the amounts are different. So we have our individual preferences in a number of areas.
That's right. David's much more the visionary. He's great at seeing the big picture. He likes to keep things open-ended, gather more information, kind of go with the flow, and see what might happen next before finalizing things. Now, this is very valuable and makes it possible for some wonderful things to emerge.
And Gay Lynn is a detail person. She runs her life by her day planner. She's a list maker. She likes to make decisions, get things wrapped up, get the show on the road, make closure. Well, again, you can see how different we are. But together, we bring a unique blend of talents and skills to all that we do, as long as we make that extra effort to understand and appreciate our unique differences.
Now, saying that requires extra effort doesn't mean that David doesn't love me or that I don't love David. Yes, we are different in some ways, but we're also quite similar in other ways, such as having a strong intuition. You know, we talked about having a gut feeling, going with an inclination to act on hunches. Both of us are very imaginative and have big dreams and help serving, empowering people, and taking care of the planet. Working together with our differences and similarities helps us to achieve those dreams. So if I'm trying to make David into a copy of me, think like me, feel like me, act like me, then I'm not really using my power of understanding. I really need to listen to hear what he's saying and to see through his eyes for a moment. Understanding says, I'm not irritated or disappointed with you because you're different than I am. I don't want to change you to be like me. I embrace you as you are. I respect and even nurture our differences. This is true understanding.
I understand the importance of using all of my powers in a balanced way. Remember, muddy water let stand becomes clear. Relax, be still, and you will know what is next.
We understand it.
I understand myself and the world around me by wisely using my 5 physical senses. My understanding is never final. but is always open-minded and
Thomas
growing.
was a questioner. He
Understanding
understood.
ourselves and trusting that there is a plan for our lives can lead to amazing outcomes. Understanding and respecting each other's differences lead to great friendships and long-lasting relationships.